Hello YouTube family, and welcome to another installment to my money making guide series, Making Ultracompost. Before we get started, go ahead and subscribe and rate. Alright, so you don't need any specific gear as we are going to be doing this money making method bank standing. All you will need is volcanic ash and super compost. I bought more than enough supplies and I didn't use all of it. Let's take a look at the price check. As you can see, I spent about 1.5 mil. Also, if you are curious on what I wore, I had full graceful, dueling ring, and a glory. My fashionscape is pretty newbie. First, you will want to bank the super compost near the deposit inventory button for the most efficient banking method. Next, you will want to add bank filters so when you click deposit, the volcanic ash remains in your inventory. As you can see, the volcanic ash is stackable. We will do an hour of making ultra compost and we will use the rune light timer at the bottom right. We will start at the 5-minute mark. It takes 2 volcanic ashes and 1 super compost to make an ultra compost. To make the ultra compost, you simply use the super compost on a volcanic ash and a pop-up will show up and ask how many you want to make. You select all by pressing spacebar and it will auto make your inventory. According to the wiki, it takes roughly 36 seconds to do a complete inventory, allowing you to do 100 inventories per hour. Each inventory is 27 super compost. As I mentioned earlier, we will be bank standing. To do this method, you will want to use a bank chest to avoid additional clicking. I chose the bank chest upstairs in the Myths Guild. To use this bank chest, you will have to complete Dragon Slayer 2. However, you can use the bank chest at Castle Wars and Clan Wars, which has 0 requirements. Ultra Compost is the top tier of compost, and it is often used for high-level farming. According to the wiki, it is used to minimize the chance of a patch being diseased per growth stage by 90%. This is very significant as regular compost is only by 50% and super compost is only by 85%. When using the ultra compost on the patch, you are granted 36 farming experience. Take a look at the emoji that my character does. I definitely think it should be updated as the bucket doesn't even appear when making a super compost. Ultra compost maximizes the amount of harvest and increases the minimum yield received from herbs and allotments. This applies to seaweed and celastrus bark. In regards to herbs, the minimum amount that you will receive is 6. Collectively, the return on crops is roughly 20% higher. With a high farming level, you can expect to receive roughly 8.6 herbs per patch. Alright, take a look at the bottom right. We are coming up on our 1 hour at the 1 hour and 5-minute mark. We are going to go ahead and stop exactly at the mark and not finish the remaining of the inventory. Let's take a look at the expenses. 2 volcanic ashes cost 126 GP and a super compost cost 395 GP. Which comes to 521 GP. So with 2700 ultra compost made, the total expense is 1.4 mil. The 2700 ultra compost is 1.9 mil, but once we take the expense in consideration, we have a profit of 500k. I think this is a good money maker as a level 3 with no skill requirements can do it. Also, it is very relaxed and you can do it while watching TV. If you enjoy money making guides, please subscribe as I upload weekly.